As amateur brewers, I guess we made our first batch of Ralphies in 2010. Would have been in my garage here in Percy. The early years we had, from the start, the first amateur batch, one singular Pappy Van Winkle barrel.
It was fun to brew a big beer like that on a large scale on a homebrew system that went into a barrel that was then aged in Dom's basement for a year or so.
Well, we've always wanted to do the variance of the beer, but we never really had the ability to dedicate the time and labor to it until last year. And given the success of the project, we decided to expand it a little bit more, and we will continue to do so as far as we can until we can't go any farther. It's countless hours of palate fatigue and taste testing and writing down notes and seeing which particular barrels will lend themselves to the flavors we're trying to mix them with, essentially. The major difference between last year and this year with respect to the variants, other than having more of them, we introduced some small reactor-style stainless vessels which can take pressure and we can chill and package and blend into, which really allows us to do more of these projects more efficiently with time and labor. So we'll use them wherever we can, but every fall you can expect us to be blending a lot of different Ralphius variants. Most breweries only use the barrels once and then get rid of them. We are out and in again within the same 24-ish hour period of time, so we get to get longer term exposure of the beer to the barrel even after it's been used once, used twice, and then used again. That way you get deeper barrel character that isn't just the booze that was in there, but actually the layers of tannins and char that are still there behind the boozy character. It's one of the reasons it's not boozy, is it's not all booze barrels.
When we're blending beers like this and we want specific flavors for all the variants, you generally only end up with 1 or 2 barrels at the most that have that flavor contribution that we're looking for. So each one was very carefully hand selected for that particular ingredient.
2 needs. 1, make the beer accessible for people that want to buy it this year and drink it this year, especially over the holidays. And 2, create collectible, memorable, special bottles that can either be drank now or aged for years into the future. Important thing is that each individual one is just a really cool expression of the base beer, and that there's something for everyone, at least those that enjoy big bad stouts. So by now most of you know where the beer Ralphius gets its name from. It's from my dog, Ralphie. But where Ralphie gets his name from is that Ralph was his shelter name. The day I picked him up, I put him in the back of my truck, and as soon as I started the engine, he just vomited everywhere. And then one of the shelter workers laughed at me and said, "I guess the name's going to stick." It did.